In this video, I'll be creating a Redline Restomod, which is based on a Hot Wheels custom Volkswagen Bug released in 1980. Here's a couple photos of my mid version of this car, but I'll be customizing one in much worse condition. Hot Wheels stopped making Redlines in 1977, so how was this car released in 1980? Mattel entered a promotional agreement with Proctor and Gamble sometime in the mid-70s to give away unique Hot Wheels cars in specialty marked packages of soap. They had produced 5 different Redlines utilizing old castings with plastic bases, but the deal fell through and the order was canceled. In 1980, most of the old inventory was sold to the Wisconsin Toy Company, who sold 4 of these 5 cars in plastic baggies. After stripping the paint, I decided this would not be a straight restoration due to the poor condition of the plastic base and wheels. I had an extra old Hong Kong base with missing headlights, so I decided to make a Restomod, which resembles the 1968 release of the rare no-sunroof version sold in Europe. This isn't really a clone, as it uses the Flying Colors body with closed windows and painted headlights. Although the metal base is the same size as the plastic one, I had to make several modifications to attach it to the casting. The single post in the rear of the casting was a bit off center with the base, so I made the mounting hole slightly oblong. This wasn't too difficult, but the mounting hole in the front of the base was a bit more challenging. Since the cast engine had a post which extended through the base, I couldn't just drill a hole in the metal base as there are already openings for the Hong Kong wire suspension. I decided to drill and tap the small boss in the front of the base and drill a hole in the casting to align with this to allow for a screw. The mounting screw will be hidden under the engine. After filling in several gouges and scratches, I gave this a few coats of Tamiya fine white primer. Then I used Rust-Oleum Mirror Effect paint in very light coats to create a metallic base coat. The top coat is Duplicolor Metal Cast Blue, finished off with a clear coat. I then hand painted the headlights using Tester's Model Master Chrome paint. After test fitting the windshield and the interior with the base, I noticed a small gap between the interior and base in the rear of the car. There may be a difference in fit between these two bases, but it could have just been poor quality control. The gap had to be filled to apply enough support to fit the rear windshield properly to the casting. After measuring the base, I cut a small piece of 20 thousandths thick aluminum into a 1/2 inch square and drilled a couple of alignment holes. Here's all the pieces ready for assembly. I'll start by installing Bright Vision Deep Dish Redline replacement wheels on the bearing axles. The Deep Dish versions look much better than the originals in my opinion. Next, I will install the glass, interior, and aluminum shim into the casting. The base will be screwed in place from the bottom using a washer to cover the oblong-shaped hole. A second screw will be installed into the base through the engine compartment. The engine is a Hong Kong replacement which I cast myself. I have another video on how I made this engine. I glued a small piece of wooden toothpick in the bottom of the engine so I could wedge it in the original engine mounting hole. Here's what we started with, a beat-up old Wisconsin toy company Redline from the 1980s. And here's the final version on the turntable. Diecast Outcast has announced the Paint It Pink Challenge for breast cancer awareness. Several customizers are participating. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned to see what I come up with on October 12th. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.